Hey guys, it's Todd, and today we're going to be looking at the song King of My Heart by Bethel Worship. A couple things to note before we get started on the song. We want to listen through and hear some of the sounds that we can pick out on the song, specifically with the keyboard, kind of what we hear. And if you're listening through the song, you hear the piano. It has a little lead line that we'll look at later. And we also want to ask ourselves other sounds that we can play. This song has some really big dynamics. It starts soft with the piano and then it gets really big band-wise at the end of the song, so we want to pay attention to that. And maybe we can use some sounds like a pad sound. If you have a keyboard with some different keyboard patches on it, maybe we could pull up a pad sound, or strings or organ or something like that for the first chorus, something really warm and kind of wraps around things. And maybe you could mix your pad sound with your piano and have those kind of together, and that would be a really warm, like beautiful sound, especially for the first chorus of this song. But we just want to kind of think of this as a roller coaster. You know, we're kind of going up and down with the dynamics of the song. A couple of things to note: this is a slower song. It's 68 beats per minute. It's in 4/4 time, so we're giving 4 beats to each measure. And one of the things that we notice on the intro, we play the 1 chord in key of A, and then a 4 chord, back to a 1, 6, 5. Here's a push, 4, 1. So when we get to that 4, 1 at the end of the intro, rather than play 1, 2, 3, 4, we're not playing it straight forward, we're pushing. We're going 1, 2, and just like that. We're going to push the end of that. So just remember that as you're playing the intro. The push is throughout the song. It plays it on the verse, the chorus, those kind of things. And so we just want to pay attention to the very end of those phrases when we're playing the 4 chord, which is a D, to the 1, an A chord. We're going to push on the 2 and. And so the other thing that we want to note, if we're listening through, the piano starts the intro. So it has a little 3-note pickup line before we ever hit count 1. So if you're counting yourself in, it's 1, 2, 3, ba-na-na. After count 4, before we hit the downbeat, we're just going to go. So we're just going to play that lead line. And you can see kind of some of the notes that we're playing. I'll slow that down a little bit for you, just so we can pick it up. We're going to play the 1 chord, so we're following the chord chart here, but we just have a little lead line before we ever play any chords, and it kind of, I'm going to slow it down for you. So that's the lead line that the piano is going to play, and you can hear it in the song. And we want to remember that. We want to remember the pushes. And then as we kind of get to the bridge, it hangs on the 1 for a long time, and then it goes 1, 4, 5, and kind of starts off, and you can hear the bass in the song if we're listening through to the band dynamics. And so those are just a few things chord-wise. It's not too terrible. We just want to remember the pushes there. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can do that below. Have fun and enjoy as we play King of My Heart by Bethel Worship.